Well, so let's see if we can, oh, do we have audio? Audio? Well,
Well, well, well,
I wonder what's going on now. Yepper, yepper.
yipper, 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 yipper,
Well, I'll be darned.
well, I'll be darned. Well, I'll be darned.
Well, let's try it again. 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 So this has to be, that has to be on mute. That has to be on mute. And that's why you have headphones. It looks like it's totally off. What is that? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? Hello, 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 hello. I'll turn them on. Hello, hello. What do you think about this? So it's not green. Now it's green. Hello, 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 hello. So we would appear to have
In a town that for the most part is gone, the days are measured now by piles. Piles of downed trees, sawn and stacked. Piles of debris, parts of homes and lives torn apart and scattered for miles. And the smallest but most important piles, keepsakes pulled from the rubble.
Personal things. We found a reel of music from my dad, my late dad. He was a singer, so we've been finding stuff like that, pictures, all my brother's toys.
There's no tool that can repair the damage here. That's going to take heavy equipment, a lot of help, and time. President Biden getting his first in-person look at the devastation, promising federal support will continue until this community and others across the strike zone come back.
And so I just want you to know the help that we're able to offer at the federal level is not just now.
Survivors appreciate the president's visit and his promise, but don't have a lot of time to think about it. There's just too much work to do right now and too much that's been lost.
I'm overwhelmed. I don't know. I mean, this is not a lot, and it's gone.
Like so much here, stolen in just minutes by the storm. Jay Gray, NBC News, Dawson Springs, Kentucky.
Back closer to home, we're tracking wet weather moving back in tomorrow. Updated timing on when the first drops will fall in your area. There are plans to transform into offshore, the critical decision that could turn these dreams into reality.
No one should go through what me and my babies went through. Her estranged husband, a police officer, stalked her with police technology. Only Channel 11 was there to learn why she says justice was not fully served.
I'm required to do what I get. But some scammers can take it away in just a flash. How they're using convenient cash apps to target people. I'm David Johnson. On WPXI tonight, we know local investigations are important to everyone. Our reporters constantly research and follow leads that come straight from you and our community. We bring you all sides of local stories on WPXI tonight at 11.
The home for the Pennsylvania Lottery is on Channel 11. Now, up your playing power for just $1 more with the all-new Powerball Double Play and winnings up to $10 million. The Pennsylvania Lottery is on Channel 11.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofuspa.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Bob Blue, are you? Me? That's right, Bob. I'm you. From the future. Listen, Bob, you need to get health insurance by December 15th. The future, Bob? You know we can't afford that right now. Penny has serious savings on coverage, which might help you with any medical bills you might get in the future. Wow, this looks like we can get it, Bob.
Visit Penny.com and find your savings. You may qualify for free or low-cost plans that cover things like bills, prescriptions, and screenings. Aplicación en español disponible.
Okay, motorcycle accident attorney near me. Shenderovich, and Fishman. Pittsburgh personal injury lawyers. Shenderovich, and Fishman. Democrat attorney. Shenderovich, and Fishman.
Call us at 888-98-TWINS.
We've got your back. Not so long. Ashley Home Store's Home for the Holiday Sales Event is going on now. Get up to 25% off. Plus, receive special financing for 60 months with no money down. Shop and save today. Ashley Home Store on McKnight Road in the North Hills. This is home.
Breaking news is so important because it not only impacts your morning, but impacts your entire day. Jennifer leads the breaking news team, but we all work together.
Breaking News Desk is an asset that only Channel 11 has.
Everyone knows Channel 11 is breaking news coverage.
So much more has become just online and automated. And that includes sending cash from person to person. Apps like Zelle are convenient for paying a friend for dinner or maybe paying your dog walker. But those apps also give criminals a
threatening to take their money. It's happening across the country, and Channel 11's Liz Kilmer learned how you can avoid putting your money at risk.
These days, we use our phones for so much, even to send money. But now, state police are warning about those apps and one new scam in particular.
Within minutes, they're draining your account.
Your bank account, that is, through Zelle. You know that it's tied to banks, typically offered through your bank's app. And now, state police say scammers are taking advantage. Police warn the scam works like this. A fraudster sends you a text claiming to be from your bank's fraud department, asking you to verify a suspicious payment detected on Zelle. If you respond, the scammer then calls you, asking for information like your username.
You know, your anxiety level goes up and you're like, oh, it's my money, and you want to react fast. And you get caught up in it.
And from there, things get tricky. The scammer says you'll get a one-time code from Zelle, and you will. It's a legitimate notification from the company. But what's happening is the scammer is walking you through a password reset. And that's their way in.
I just don't trust it with all the scams and stuff going on online, people stealing your information. I just figured, stay away.
Jesse Fertitta won't fall victim. He stays away from cash-sending apps because of fear over things like this.
I mean, I work hard for what I get, so other people just get to take it. That's not right. I mean, especially with how COVID is, I mean, it's hard to get money.
Police say if you ever receive a text or a call like this, you do not want to engage. Instead, what you want to do is call your bank using a phone number that you know is legitimate. For more tips, head to WPXI.com.
Governor Tom Wolf's office released a breakdown of some of the massive construction projects of the year, along with a few continued projects into 2022. The state approved $33 million for more than 24 railroad projects moving forward. The most expensive one is right here in Western PA. $9 million to replace 19 miles of rail on the Wheeling and Lake Erie Railway in Fayette and Westmoreland counties. PennDOT is also working in Allegheny County to repair the Pittsburgh Railroad. Officials say these projects will help create and keep more than 200 jobs statewide. Pittsburgh leaders celebrated as crews officially broke ground on the new Chartiers Park Playground in Spray Park. The $1.3 million project is another one of the city's commitments to making sure that children have a safe environment to play together.
This is what makes a community. You have to find that third place for people to gather. Sometimes it's a church, sometimes it's a gym, sometimes it's a bar. But it's the places where you go where you find the third place. And we have to have that for our children as well.
The Chartiers design actually is 2-in-1 with a large slide connecting the playground to the spray park.
In 1995, we got to make a run. That's how the Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger's framing the last few weeks of the season. And Channel 11 sports director Albie Oxenreiter joins us.
David, the Steelers are down to their final 4 regular season games, and despite a 6-6-1 record, they're still in the hunt, middle of a wild race in the North. The Steelers start the final stretch needing to stack wins. That's an understatement. They know there's very little room for error. Ben Roethlisberger told us today he's only focused on the Tennessee Titans.
Not yet. I think I'm living right here, right now, and we gotta make a run. We gotta play good football, and we gotta play great football. And that starts with me. So I need to. I can't get caught looking at the end because I need to focus on right here this week.
The Steelers have 2 home games and 2 on the road on the remaining schedule. The Titans at Heinz Field, the Chiefs on the road, the Browns home in a Monday night game, and the Ravens in Baltimore to finish the regular season. Buckle up. I'm Albie Oxenreiter, Channel 11 News.
These temperatures, and they definitely do not look like December outside. 55 degrees right now at Pittsburgh International Airport, 57 in Washington. We're not done yet either. I'll show you in just a moment. We're going to get even warmer tomorrow. Overnight low temps tonight don't go too low. We're going to hover in the 50s, eventually down in the 40s, but it is going to be a dry night. So if you're trying to head out to the grocery store, maybe do some shopping, you're in good shape for tonight. Tomorrow's temperatures do climb. I mean climb well above the average. That's 60 right there at 1 o'clock.
That is well above the 41-degree high temperature we normally would hit this time of the year. And it's all thanks to winds coming out of the south, which will continue to keep us mild as we head into the weekend. And you might be wondering, where is all the snow? This time last year, we were talking about a record-breaking year of snowfall, or at least a record-breaking month of snow. 27.5 inches last year. So far this year, we're just scraping the barrel as we haven't had much snow at all. And all indications are we're not really looking at a great chance of a white Christmas coming our way. Normally we get up with just over 7 inches of snow. So wet weather is kind of the focus coming through over the next 24 to 48 hour period. The warm temperatures tomorrow will be with us through the day. And by tomorrow night, we'll start to see the approach of a couple of showers. A steadier line of rain is possible late evening, but overall, less than a quarter of an inch of wet weather expected tomorrow. Fast forward to and the day will be relatively mild again, but late day, we've got another system that's going to push some rain back into the area late evening, and this will be the beginning of a pretty good soaking rain. Notice the yellows, the darker greens coming in early on Saturday morning. That is a couple of pockets. Those are pockets of some moderate rainfall with more to come. So the first half of the weekend will include some pretty good soaking rain. After that, though, we will dry it out, and you'll get to enjoy some seasonal temperatures for Sunday. 60 degrees tomorrow, a couple of clicks off the record high temperature, 50 back on Friday with those showers back late day. Those will continue into a period of some steadier rain on Saturday. And then by Sunday, we're back to 38 degrees, 41 on Monday. So more of a seasonal feel as we head into Christmas week.
How booster vaccine regimens work against Omicron. That's a key message today from health leaders, the steps that they're taking as a surge in COVID cases ramps up.
More Pittsburghers are helping victims of every tornado outbreak. Why people here say they just felt like they had to do something.
And someone in the mayor's inner circle is being promoted, and it's raising some eyebrows here at 6. The move up is causing controversy.
The 12-month famous house financing. John's has the area's largest in-stock appliances featuring your favorite brands. Order today, have it tomorrow. Save 10% when you pick up. Visit johnsappliances.com.
What would Christmas be without a visit from Santa? I prefer Santa Claus.
A Young Rock Christmas Carol.
Yeah, Jack, we are.
He does Christmas. Followed by a new holiday Mr. Mayor.
Merry Christmas, Mom. Come on.
I'll call security. And topped off with a very Merry Chrisley.
A night of holiday comedy tonight on NBC.
When we switched, we saved over $450 for AAA auto insurance.
When I switched, I was able to save over $450 with AAA insurance a year. So that was pretty spectacular. And, right then and there, sign on the other line.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save hundreds on auto insurance. That could make a real difference to your budget. Imagine what you could do with the savings. Call now for your free auto insurance quote to find out how much you could save.
The savings are absolutely passed on to my other passions. So being able to support my art habit, buying art supplies is phenomenal.
The money we've been able to save from our AAA insurance, we're able to put that money back into a food truck and our flavors and put it back into our business. There's nothing more American than barbecue and AAA.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-729-0997 for your free auto insurance quote today. AAA Insurance, helping you save money.
This is Cody Furno with another reason to love Bet Rivers Savings Program. Ready to cash out? Not only does Bet Rivers offer fast withdrawal authorization, it shows you your payment status every step of the way. Bet Rivers takes the guesswork out of knowing when your withdrawal is processed, and that transparency is why players trust Bet Rivers. You can even collect your winnings on site at Rivers Casino through our Rush Cash service. Bet with a winner. Go to betrivers.com today.
Welcome to Wheaton Park, where memories and traditions are created, and great food is always served with a smile. Wheaton Park's place for smiles.
Now back back to the latest on COVID-19. We are facing another surge as we head into the holidays. The Omicron variant is driving up cases, but as NBC's Chris Malone reports, there are options to help limit the damage that COVID is doing.
Across the country, more evidence of a new COVID surge. Hospital admissions are up nearly 8%, deaths up 5% over the past week. The Delta variant is still doing the most damage, but the Omicron variant has been detected in at least 36 states, and cases of it appear to double every 2 days.
I am very concerned that healthcare systems are going to be facing a pretty tough situation in the coming weeks.
Tuesday, the nation's lawmakers paused for a moment of silence on the Capitol steps to remember the 800,000 Americans who have died from COVID so far. But one of the president's top health advisors says there is some good news.
Our booster vaccine regimens work against Omicron. At this point, there is no need for a variant-specific booster.
The existing vaccines appear to work well against Omicron when a person is fully vaccinated and boosted. And even some vaccine protection does a good job at keeping people out of the hospital or dying from COVID.
It means it is vital for everyone to get vaccinated and boosted if they are eligible.
As cases tick up, pro sports are feeling the effects, with more than 100 NBA, NFL, and NHL players and coaches all testing positive in recent days. The rise in cases also forcing Northeast universities like Princeton, Cornell, and NYU to abruptly cancel in-person gatherings and make final exams virtual. After doing contact tracing of cases from Thanksgiving, Philadelphia's health commissioner issued this warning.
Please do not get together with other households for Christmas. Or if you do, keep those gatherings small. It's just too dangerous.
Despite the rise in cases, the White House says the nation's schools and businesses will remain open. Chris Malone, NBC News, Washington.
Transforming Pittsburgh's riverfront, but it won't be cheap. This is what it could look like. The sale that has to be approved to see something like this come to life.
Airlines got billions of dollars in COVID bailout money, but with staffing problems and refund complaints, we're asking CEOs how that money was spent.
This could have done me very badly, and I'm so lucky that it didn't.
Her estranged husband, a police officer, accused of stalking her and triggering a standoff. Why she says his punishment just doesn't cut it.
Right now at Russell Floors, get the in-stock you.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
I have something for you.
I have something for you too.
Step up to GMC with 0% financing on these GMC models. We are professional grade. GMC.
Join Planet Fitness for $1 down. Cancel anytime, now through December 15th. Or you can work out at home from the comfort of your own bedroom or surrounded by the lights of your life. Leave the gym to us and feel great in the judgment-free zone with tons of equipment and our clean and spacious clubs. And use our crowd meter for the best time to visit. Join for $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends December 15th. Join Planet Fitness for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Join today.
Jesse, you've got to come over and see my kitchen. It's already done. What? It took just 3 days in my kitchen.
Organizing.
You believe it? You remember what it looked like? Those cabinets? Look, gorgeous now. Kitchen Saver installed all the cabinet doors, updated our countertops, and want to know the best part? What? It costs a fraction of the price of a remodel. Not that you can use replacement.
Kitchen Saver, prepare to be impressed. Prepare to be impressed. Kitchen Saver.
Small businesses like yours make gift giving possible. Now, Comcast Business has an exclusive gift for you. Introducing the Gift of Savings Sale. For a limited time, ask how to get a great deal for your business and get up to a $650 prepaid card with select bundles when you buy online with a network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. Or get started with internet and advanced security for $69.99 a month. Give your business the gift of savings today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
At DraftKings Casino, you get credit where credit is due in the form of credit. Sign up for DraftKings Casino and get up to $50 in free credit, plus a deposit bonus up to $2,000. That's like extra credit in the form of a bonus. Download the DraftKings Casino app or play online today.
Get up to $50 in credits to use on anything, plus a deposit bonus up to $2,000. Now, roll credits.
If you're looking for an aggressive, experienced, results-based law firm, trust in Blaine Jones Law.
A lot of people knew what was happening. They did nothing. They sat by and did nothing.
But finally, something is being done about her estranged husband. He was a police officer accused of using police technology to stalk her, and it got worse from there.
Only Channel 11's Alyssa Raymond spoke with her at his sentencing today, and she learned why his punishment just isn't enough.
A former Fraser Township police officer pleaded guilty today in Westmoreland County Court. A judge sentenced him to a maximum of 23 months in prison plus probation for stalking his estranged wife and using police technology to do it. No one should go through what me and my babies went through. In court, Alexandria Griffith read a victim impact statement. She told the judge McSherry stalked and tracked her and her family for nearly a decade. Over 250 times tracking my license plate. McSherry worked with the New Kensington Police Department for 3 years and also most recently for Fraser Police. During the month he worked there, he used the department's license plate readers to track Griffith's car and her mother's. Griffith also says he put a GPS on her car, used a nanny cam to record her, and threatened her in person and through social media. It's dangerous. Back in September, officers were called to Polonia Drive in Allegheny Township. Griffith says McSherry smashed up her house, threw her 4-year-old son to the ground, and then locked himself in a bathroom with a gun, threatening to commit suicide. After a brief standoff, McSherry came out of the house and police arrested him. A lot of people knew what was happening. They did nothing. They sat by and did nothing. And it's not okay. And they put my baby's lives in jeopardy and my life. This could have ended very badly. And I'm so lucky that it didn't. A judge accepted McSherry's plea agreement and sentenced McSherry to 11.5 to 23 months in prison, plus 5 years probation. He has a history of mental health issues and must continue to undergo treatment. After court, his attorney said he didn't have a comment at this time. Griffith says she's now seeking legal counsel to look into how he got hired by the Fraser Police Department despite so many red flags. I'm glad that he's getting punished for what he did, but it's not certainly long enough for what he did. Just because he's an officer of the law and he doesn't have any prior criminal history, it's because I never went after him before because I was too scared. And now I'm not. Part of the plea agreement was that McSherry is having no contact with his estranged wife, their kids, or her family. The judge here said that if McSherry even texted her, she'd put him in jail for as long as she could. Reporting outside the Westmoreland County Courthouse, Alyssa Raymond, Channel 11 News.
Meantime, Kiski Township police arrested a 90-year-old man after they say he pulled a gun on a social worker who was checking a report that he was neglecting his wife. According to our partners at the Trib, Kate Dunmeyer is charged with aggravated assault and terroristic threats from the incident 2 weeks ago. When the social worker came to his home on Ridge Road, police say Dunmeyer pointed a gun at him and threatened to shoot him if he didn't leave. Dunmeyer barricaded himself inside, but officers were able to take him into custody.
The latest now on Mark Meadows, the chief of staff to former President Trump. Overnight, the House found him in contempt of Congress for not cooperating with the investigation into the attack on the U.S. Capitol. Here's what President Biden said about this today.
I don't know enough, but just what I've seen. I've not spoken to anyone. It seems to me is worthy of being held in contempt.
Of course, it will be up to the Justice Department to decide